right, we are on live.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Andre McKinney. I will serve as your special magistrate here today for the October 19th, 2022 special magistrate hearings for the town of Pembroke Park. I will begin by reading the opening statement, so I do ask for you to please indulge. If you cannot hear me, please raise your hand and I will speak louder. Does everybody hear me? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thank you for being here today. Please turn off any cellular telephones to avoid interrupting these proceedings. There are no weapons of any kind permitted in the chambers or anywhere within the facilities. In all issues that may come before the special magistrate, we ask that everyone show mutual respect for one another by listening quietly to each person speaking, and that everyone refrain from clapping, heckling, or verbal outbursts in favor or in opposition to a speaker. These are hearings conducted by a special magistrate, the purpose of which is to give any alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decision of the code enforcement officer which resulted in the issuance of a civil violation notice. These hearings are conducted in a quasi-judicial manner, and I am the special magistrate assigned to hear today's cases. My responsibility is to act similar to a judge in court, and that is to hear cases presented by the code enforcement officers and to hear contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violators. These hearings are open to the public. It is required that all persons who testify as to the facts of the case be placed under oath, including the code enforcement officer. These hearings will not be conducted in accordance with the formal rules relating to evidence and witness. Any relevant evidence will be admitted if I find it to be competent and reliable, regardless of the existence of any common law or statutory rule to the contrary. All documentary evidence must be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code enforcement officer submits a copy for the hearing file. Each party shall have the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issue, even though that matter was not covered in the direct examination, to impeach any witness, regardless of which party first called him or her to testify, and to rebut the evidence against him or her. It is my responsibility to make findings of fact on the evidence of record. The fact-finding determination of a special magistrate are limited to whether the alleged violation occurred, and if so, whether the person named in the civil violation notice can be held responsible for that violation. I may also modify the decision of the code enforcement officer as to the time for correction contained in the civil violation notice, even though said time is rebuttably presumed to have been reasonable. I have the authority to assess and order the payment of civil penalties, to issue orders having the force of law to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. In order to make a finding upholding the code enforcement officer's decision, I must find that there is substantial, competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for the violation of the relevant section of the code charged. If I affirm the decision of the code inspector, my order will specify the amount of the civil penalty, the administrative cost of the hearing, no less than $100 as assessed, and the date by which the violation must be corrected to prevent resumption of continuing violation penalties, if any. Any aggrieved party, including the city, may appeal a final order of a special master to the Circuit Court of Appeals. Such appeal shall not be a hearing de novo, but shall be limited to appellate review of the record created before the special master. An appeal shall be filed within 30 calendar days of the issuance of the order sought to be overturned. If you are found guilty of the civil violation charge, you will be assessed an administrative fee of $100. The city representative will present their case first, and the alleged violator will present their case thereafter. I will consider the evidence and render a decision after all arguments are heard. Thank you. Can we have a roll call, please?
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez.
Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon.
BTR Code Officer Lisa Cannon.
Building Official Miguel Núñez.
Administrative Assistant Nasli Cardona.
Building Clerk Mary Gary.
Do we have any meetings for adoption?
None at this time.
Do we have any adoptions for the agenda, such as deferrals, additions, or modifications?
Yes. Case 7356 is now in compliance and the case is dismissed. Case 6309 has requested mitigation of fines and is added to the agenda. Case 6392 has requested to reschedule to next hearing. Case 6279 has entered the amnesty program, so we will be removing the case. Case 5613 requested an extension and has been added to the agenda.
Thank you, Officer Ramirez. At this time,
Ms. Magistrate,
I'm sorry, Officer
case-
Rickenwagen.
case 6948 is in full compliance and has been dismissed. And case 7206 is in full compliance and has been dismissed.
Thank you. At this time, we will be swearing in all of the witnesses who will be testifying. And if I may ask, Officer Ramirez, the witnesses are asked to stand. Is that correct?
Yes, it's better that way.
Okay. So if you intend on testifying, and for the record, Town Attorney is in the back of the room. Yes. If you intend to present testimony in these proceedings, please stand up, raise your right hand. Those who wish to address the special magistrate during the public hearing must legibly record their names and address on the sign-in sheet with the respective case. I'm sorry, this isn't the swearing in. Do you guys swear to affirm to tell the truth in these proceedings? Say I do. Okay. And for the record, we don't have any attorneys present. Okay, we can call the first case.
Just 1 second, Ms. Magistrate. Ms. Magistrate, it's going to be agenda item 16.1, case 6980. Case 6980. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon, representing the town of Pembroke Park. It's case number 6980. The property owner is identified by CICF, the third FL2W01 LLC, Abate Properties, Inc., site address 3400 Southwest 20th Street, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. This is a hearing to extend time. After speaking with the property manager, a recommendation of a 30-day extension. Is that suitable for you, sir?
We would request 60 days. We're waiting for some supplies to arrive that have some supply chain issues that they say are coming very quickly to finish, but
I do see that you have pulled the permit. Permit's been issued and mostly approved. Yeah. So because you are showing full faith and you are almost done, I can actually agree. So I would change my recommendation from 30 to 60.
appreciate that.
Okay.
Based on the agreement of the parties, a 60-day motion for extension on case number 6980 is so ordered. And your name for the record, please?
Jesse Oppenheimer, 3400 Southwest 20th Street, Pembroke Park.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, 60 days to come into compliance.
Thank you
Hold
very
on,
much.
Ms. Magistrate, one thing, just so we put it, if they do not come into compliance within 60 days, the original fine of $100 per day, per diem, and there's the admin cost of $100 for today.
Okay, so for the record, you have 60 days to come into compliance. Otherwise, you will face a $100 fine. You are assessed a $100 administrative fee, so good luck.
Thank you.
The next case is on section, okay.
Next case, thank you.
Next case is on section 13.1, case 5375. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 5375. Property owner Enrique Rocamora, site address 5100 Southwest 41st Street, Pembroke, Florida, Unit 220. A notice of hearing to extend time was sent by certified mail on October 7, 22, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 2022. This is an extension request, and my recommendation is to give the property owner 90 days to finish all permits, and same per diem fine of $100 and the $100 admin fee cost. The property owner has been showing a lot of good effort to comply with this matter.
Is there anyone here on this case? Please come forward. Good morning.
My case number is 5375, and you have requested for an extension. I just want to do one.
Can you
Yeah, if
speak
you
up,
could just
please?
speak into the mic so we could hear your name for the record and
Sure.
just state your matter.
My name is Enrique. My last name is Rocamora. The case number is 5375. I have a tenant inside that's going to finish the leasing on the December 31st. I just don't want to bother him right now. I don't know if you can extend it 30 more days. I'm just asking.
Right now, you've had an accumulated time. This has been open since October 7, 2020.
Yeah,
So it's been roughly 2 years,
Okay.
and I think we've been very generous with the time.
Okay.
Last hearing on March 16, we gave you 90 days. So it's an addition 90 days now. It's 180 that we're adding on to the 2 years.
yeah, we just got the permits done. I mean, the permits were issued on the 26th of September. And I was trying just to, not because I don't want to do it, I just want to finish it. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't. If I get in the unit right now, I have the tenant inside, and I really don't want to bother. But it's,
I know, but you have to expedite it as much as possible and just close out those permits.
so it will be 90 days from today.
Mm.
All right.
Okay, based on the testimony, I'm going to enter an order. I find that there is competent evidence to support the extension recommendation by the code officer. So, sir, you will have 90 days to come into compliance. The per diem fine, as originally assessed, is $100 a day, and you are assessed administrative cost of $100.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, Ms. Magistrate, next case will be agenda item 17.3, case number 7126. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon, representing the town of Pembroke Park. This is case 7126. The property owner is identified by Reef Properties LLC, site address 5521 Southwest 34th Street, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. A notice of violation was issued on 5/26/2022, sent out regular mail on 5/26/2022. The notice of formal hearing was issued on 10/3/2022. The affidavit of service was posted to property and to town hall on 10/5/2022 and sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022. The violations are for bulk trash on the swale of the property, and also for the parking lot. It needs to be give me a second. It needs to be maintenanced. So parking lot.
There isn't one. So we need to put one.
Yes, sir. Yeah, because the area being, because we spoke on the phone. So with the extent of everything that needs to be done, I believe for my recommendation, I want to give them 60 days to come into compliance. Otherwise, a fine of $250 a day per violation be assessed with an admin fee of $100.
Good morning. Can you please state your name for the
My
record?
name is Angelo D'Alessandro, Reef Properties LLC. I believe we were talking about 90 days because I had to get a survey, which I finally got yesterday. Applying for the permits, hopefully Monday.
All right, so sir, so is 60 days not going to be enough for you? Do you think you're going to need 90?
I don't know because I'm not I've never
Yeah.
put a driveway in before, but I mean, sometimes permits take more than 60 days. So, and I had to get a survey. I mean, if you look back,
Yeah.
everything on that property was done with a permit prior. And if you look before that, I actually have discounted rent because I have a cop that lives there.
Yeah.
So he parks his patrol car out there. I'm doing my best
So,
to make it good.
Ms.
for you.
Magistrate, because it will be, quite a lot of work, it's not as simple as just re-blacktopping or, patching up some holes. I think I would like to extend from 60 to 90 days. I believe that's fair.
Thank you.
Based on the testimony and evidence presented, I do find there's substantial and competent evidence to support the city's position. So you will have 90 days to come into compliance or a $250 fine. And for today, you are assessed $100 administrative cost.
Do I pay that now? How do I pay that?
I believe he's
You
required to
can't-
pay that within 30 days.
Yeah, within 30 days, but you may go to the building department, ask for Jeffrey, and he can assist you.
Okay. Can I pay cash or do I have to only pay with a card? Or
As check or money order, credit card is 3% tech fee.
Good luck.
Please hold on a minute.
Next case.
Next case is on section 10.2, case 5925. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 5925, property owner Timely Property, Inc., site address 3001 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke, Florida. A notice of violation was handed on June 8th, 2021, sent by regular mail June 15, 2021. A notice of hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent out by certified mail on October 7, 22, and also an affidavit of noncompliance. The notice of hearing was posted to Town Hall and the property on October 7, 2022. The violations were for an installation of AC unit on the roof without a permit. As of October 7th, the permit was expired, and they had to correct the matter and complete the permit. So it's my recommendation to give them 30 days to correct all matters, if not a $250 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Good morning. Can you please state your name for the record?
Good morning. My name is Alexander Hinarte. I'm the contractor who installed that unit. I was with COVID 3 times. That's why I get away with this for a long time. We already pulled the permit again, and we're ready to go ahead and close this permit as soon as possible. If it is possible, I'm going to call the inspection for tomorrow.
Okay, great. So it sounds like that you'll be in compliance within 30 days.
Yep.
Okay, so based on the testimony and evidence presented today, I find that there is substantial and competent evidence to support the city's position. So you have 30 days to come into compliance or a $200 and $50 fine. And for these proceedings, you are assessed $100 administrative costs.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. Next case, please.
Next case is going to be agenda item 15.2, case number 6722. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 6722. The property owner is identified by V&A Miami LLC, site address 4400 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. A notice of formal hearing to abate the fine was issued on 10/4/2022. The affidavit of service was posted to property and to town hall on 10/5/2022, sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022. The total accrued fines were $25,648.50. It is the town's motion to abate the fine by 15%, which brings it down to $3,873.50.
Good morning.
Good morning. So it's a very weird situation with the shopping center. The shopping center was under management, but the management was in contact with Chief Jocelyn, but he never complied, and he never told the landlord of the current situation of the shopping center, which is not only this, but several other issues. The landlord lives in Cancun, Mexico, and he just knew about this 2 weeks ago, which is a matter that it's been ongoing for probably 2 years. I got in contact with him. I am the new person in charge. I'm a real estate advisor, and I'm being helping him, with all the issues, which are several. And he just knew about this one 3 weeks ago in our around 8 cases. Okay, so my suggestion is, my request is if we can remove the whole amount, since I've been knowing this for 3 weeks and we already got rid of the tenant, which was Boost Mobile. We got rid of the tenant because of many violations, and we've been trying to resolve all the issues.
What's the town's position?
So, Ms. Magistrate, the issue is that this is a repeat violation. They did come into compliance, but from 2/14/2022 to 4/6/2022, they were not in compliance, and they were accruing a $500 a day fine because it's a repeat violation. Again, I've reduced it down to 15%. I think that's more than fair for the town. If you have any further recommendations for a reduction, but I think this is fair.
The thing is, the landlord had no idea of the issue, no idea at all, and the property manager, he left the country 5 weeks ago, and the landlord didn't even know he left the country. So it's a very weird. So,
I understand the unfortunacy, but the landlord is responsible. 15% reduction is quite generous. And very rare. Honestly, this is a great reduction for the fine. I'm gonna uphold the reduction amount as presented by the officer, and that is $3,873.50.
So it is reduced from 25 to 3,000?
$3,873.50. As stated by his testimony, you've received a 15% reduction.
Oh, 15. So the amount is 15% or is 15% reduction?
So, sir, the total accrued amount was $25,640.50. We've reduced it down to 15%, which brings it to $3,800.
I was reduced 85%.
Yes.
It's 15% from the per diem. Okay. So in actuality, it's an 85% reduction, if that's a better explanation. And he can make a copy of the invoice if you would like to see the breakdown.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay.
Here you go, sir. There's my card if you want to contact me.
We didn't say this, but it's 30 days to pay.
Okay.
And for clarification, is the $100, has the $100 administrative cost, has that already previously been assessed? Okay.
Yeah, assessed, yes.
Oh, okay. So if you haven't paid the administrative cost, of $100, you must pay that. And your mitigated or abated amount is, again, $3,873.50, and that's 30 days to pay.
Fantastic.
Okay.
He lives outside. You said money order.
Right. You can make a payment check, money order, and credit card is 3% tech fee.
Thank you very much.
Good luck. Thank you. Next case.
Next case is 11.1, case 5202. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5202. Property owner Pembroke Villas Apartments Ltd. Site address 4803 Southwest 41st Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent out by certified mail on October 7, 2022, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 2022. The confirmation of fine is in the amount of $5,100.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, I got it. I'm sorry. Good morning. Please state your name for the record.
Catalina Montano.
You bring the mic down.
Catalina Montano.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Montano.
Good morning.
You can present your position on the matter.
I'm the property manager for the property for Pembroke Villas.
Okay. So have you heard the officer's testimony as it relates to the imposition of, or the confirmation of fines? The fines have accrued to $5,100, and they're still accruing because the violation is not in compliance.
It is in compliance. We finished. There was, in that violation, there was things that they were incorrect done by Teresa. Like for example, the AC
No,
without a permit.
this is not that matter.
It's not that one.
This is Pembroke Villas, the whole maintenance, that it is in compliance. We're just confirming the fine because the fine is outstanding and they haven't paid it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Also
So,
not the same violation.
So,
no, this is the maintenance one that I've been in communication with you and Mr. Gramming, and I've sent an
Everything's in
email.
compliance right now.
Everything's in compliance, but there's an outstanding fine of $5,100 that either needs to be paid or you may request a mitigation.
Yeah, well, at this point, we want to request a mitigation.
Okay, well, you have to submit the request form that I sent via email.
You
If-
sent it to me? I haven't gotten it.
I sent it to you and Mr. Gramming. So, but we can talk about it later on, but today we're just confirming the fine. That's what you have gotten notice for.
Okay. So now that it's in compliance, it's not going to keep increasing, right?
No,
Okay.
it's the fine stop accruing as of the date of compliance, which was March 9, 22.
So I just have to submit the form, right?
Yes, if you wish to request mitigation, yes.
Yes, please.
okay, so for today's proceeding, let me correct myself. Up until today, or the date of compliance, you've accrued a total sum of $5,100. This is what this order will reflect.
Okay.
Okay, so the fines are not running, but you do need to pay the fine or, as the officer indicated, apply for mitigation.
Okay.
Okay? You're welcome. Good luck.
Hold on a second, please. I will give you a copy.
Mary, can you get Catalina a mitigation form, please?
And we can call the next case.
The next case is on Section 8.3, Case 6310. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, Case 6310, property owner Lake Forest Baptist Church, Inc., site address 3610 Southwest 48th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 2022. This matter is to confirm a fine of $66,850, and the property has been in compliance since July 29, 22.
Good morning. If you could state your name for the record, please.
Roger Bedgood. Brian Clark.
You may state your position.
Member of Lake Forest Baptist Church.
You've heard the code officer's statement with regards to the fine. So as of right now, the property is in compliance. However, you have accrued a total amount of $66,850.
Right. And this is all because of the general contractor didn't do what he said he was going to do. And should I just explain just a little bit here?
Yes. This is
Okay. We made the final payment to Pines Total Construction on, let's see, October 1st, 2018. Okay. As far as we know, we don't know. We let him take care of everything, the permits, the 40-year inspection and all that deal. Okay, after the payment, as far as I know, we don't know anything because we didn't receive anything from city or from him from that time until September 28, 2021. You're talking about 3 years and 1 month. Pembroke Park sent a letter in the mail to us saying, you know, it had never been completed. So I don't know what happened between 17 and 21. It's like, was the permit closed? Is it still open?
Sorry, I just stated that the property is in compliance as of July 29, 22.
I understand that.
Okay. So yes, it is closed.
Okay.
So the purpose of the hearing here today on the subject matter is that you were previously ordered to come into compliance at an earlier date. That did not occur, and so the fine started accruing. This is a pretty old case. And so what has occurred is that your fines have accrued to $66,850.
But I'd like to know what happened with that gap for 3 years and 1 month that we weren't contacted from you guys saying the 40-year hasn't been completed. It's 3 years. What happened there?
Okay, there was a notice of violation sent out on September 22nd, 2021.
Exactly.
And then there was a notice of formal hearing with a copy of the
Okay,
notice
so
of
what
violation on
What
a,
happened from 2018 to 21 when the building permit was supposed to be closed out and it wasn't, and y'all sent us a violation? What happened within that 3 year period? Why weren't we contacted saying, hey, you need to finish this up? Or we called our contractor and he said, we'll go to the city and all this. And then he refuses to call us back after final payment. So what our question is, that 3 year gap.
you will have to ask the contractor what happened, not us.
So that 3 year gap between
Yeah.
this final payment and you guys contacting us?
That's matters that you have to resolve between the building department and the contractor. There's
All right.
3 parties involved.
All right.
And you still have one more case.
As for this case, I'm going to confirm the fine of $66,850. The property is in compliance. You do have 2 options at this juncture. You can pay the fine or apply for a reduction of the fine.
We would like to apply for a reduction.
Okay, so the clerks will be able to assist you with the application of that. So Officer Ramirez did indicate that you have another case, so. And there's also a $100 administrative cost that you also have to pay within 30 days. Thank you.
Next case is on section 11.2, that's case 6126. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6126. Property owner Lake Forest Baptist Church, Inc., site address 3610 Southwest 48th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent out by certified mail, posted to the property and town hall on October 7th, 22. This is a confirmation of fine of $13,800. And the property is still not in compliance as of October 7, 22. There is a permit that hasn't been completed and is expired.
Okay, so I was the one who actually,
I'm going to interrupt briefly. Can you state your name again for the record? This is a different case.
Brian Clark. And we had the building permit. We used Aero Asphalt as the contractor. And when I spoke, because I spoke to someone after we received about the zoning and the pavement, because everything was, shows here, I have a signature here at 6/14/2022 and 6/14/2022 for the final zoning and the striping here on the permit that was pulled.
Right.
What else is showing as not?
Structural is still missing, and it has to be ADA compliance
Structural what?
inspection.
For the parking lot?
I checked with the building department. That's the notification they gave me.
So we sought to get a structural, okay? I was not told we needed a structural inspection.
All this is all that we were told we needed, and it got signed off, and we have not heard anything else.
And that was what, who came out, person who came out, that's all they signed off on. When
Okay.
we had someone come out to inspect.
Didn't say nothing about a structural right here. It was asphalt, patching, and
Can
striping.
I see the permit card, sir?
And that's building official Miguel Nunez.
For the record, Magistrate McKinney, I have permit number 2211474-0. This is violation, restrict parking lot, including one handicap spot. And if you look at in the back of the card, zoning has performed the inspection for the pavement and the final zoning, but it's still missing ADA compliance and the final building inspection and structural inspection. So therefore, sir, building and structural is semantics in the Broward County. The parking lot. But if you look into that, that's ADA. That's the way Broward County called for building inspections. We're not in Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade separates it. But in Broward County, structural is building.
Okay.
So you need to call ADA because of the handicap spot. You need to verify that it complies with the Florida Accessibility Code. Or ADAG, which is the federal government. And at the same time, the final building inspection to make sure that everybody has closed it.
Okay.
The most important thing here is the accessibility.
Thank you.
Okay, based on the evidence and testimony presented, I am going to confirm the fine of $13,800. And as testified by Officer Ramirez, there's a continued running fine because it's not in compliance. And for the record, Officer Ramirez, that amount was it $250 for this as well?
Let's see. It's running at $50 per day.
And so you have a continuing per diem of $50 a day. And so you want to quickly get those inspections in to have this permit closed out. And you will be assessed on this case as well, $100 administrative cost. So the fine is confirmed with a running per diem of $50 a day.
And once that permit is closed, you can also request mitigation.
I'll give you a copy of the order. Good luck. Next case.
Next case is going to be agenda item 14.1, case 6810. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 6810. Property owners are identified by Wilson McNeil and Wilson Angelo. Site address is 5511 Southwest 32nd Court, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. This is a hearing to confirm fine. The notice of formal hearing to confirm fine was issued on 10/3/2022. The affidavit of service was posted to property and to town hall on 10/4/2022 and sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022. The total accrued fines as of today, including the admin fee, is $93,100. And as of today, they are still in violation.
Good morning, sir. Can you please state your name for the record?
Yes, my name is McNeil Wilson. I haven't received that paper that he was talking about, so I don't know.
Sir, you got to talk a little closer to the mic, please.
Yeah, I haven't received that.
So the notice of violation was issued on 3/9/2022, was sent out regular mail on 3/10/2022. It was sent out to the property, it was sent out to what's on BCPA. You don't have a SunBiz, but it was sent to, all known addresses. The hearing was on 5/18/2022. Again, it was posted to the property, it was sent out, to the property address, and it was sent out through BCPA. Just as this one, as I previously stated, the notice of formal hearing for this one was sent out on 10/4/2022 through certified mail, and it was also posted to the property on 10/4/2022.
This is the only one I received. The last one I received, I haven't received any more.
Well, based on the testimony of what the officer has indicated, he has complied with what the statute requires in terms the town has complied with what the statute requires as far as notice. It's been mailed and posted to the property. We can't speak to what's happened thereafter. You are here today, and it looks like thus far the fine has been accruing to a total of $93,100, and you have a continued fine. So what you need to do is to bring the property into compliance.
Okay.
Once the property is in compliance, the fines will stop, but you already have a huge amount that's accrued. You have two options. Once it's in compliance, you pay, or you can apply for a reduction of that total amount.
Okay.
And here's my card. If you want, give me a call tomorrow, and we can, go over things and discuss it further, okay?
So please stay in contact with the officer. That's going to be a huge resource for you to get the property in compliance.
Okay.
So based on the testimony and the evidence presented today, I do find there's substantial and competent evidence to confirm the fine of $93,100. There's a running per diem, that means daily fine, of $250. And for the administrative cost, it's $100. So the administrative cost must be paid within 30 days, and you need to quickly bring the property in compliance.
Okay.
Okay? Good luck to you. You're welcome. Next case.
Next case is on section 10.3. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6006, property owner Leavema LLC. Site address 2050 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent out by regular mail on July 7, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation and an affidavit of noncompliance was sent out by certified mail on October 7, 22. Posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 22. The violations were for an abandoned cabinet sign that had to be restored or removed with plans, permit, and inspection. At this current time, as of October 7, 22, there was a permit that was obtained, but the permit became expired, and now they have to complete that permit. So my recommendation is to give them 30 days to complete that permit, if not a $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you could state your name for the record, please.
Yes, my name is Ian Kazaku. I'm operational manager for the Leavema Trading. As Officer Ramirez stated, we fill up for the permit. We fill up all the documents for the permit last year. Unfortunately, there was a communication between the building department and the contractor. The contractor haven't come into compliance with the building department requirements. So therefore, this is the reason of the hearing. We were aware of this hearing that they haven't come into compliance, on October the 7th. And we would request, I'm not sure, because from the information that we got from building department, there was a back and forth, like some requirements they came into compliance, some they just didn't. So I'm not sure if 30 days would be enough for me to come into compliance.
How much day are you asking for?
For 60 days, if it's possible.
That's agreeable, yes.
Okay, and the second part, I know there's a $900 fee. Is it possible to lower that fee?
It's a $250 per diem if you don't comply within those 60 days.
And
So there won't be any fees that accrues if you comply within the 60 days.
There was for I think for resubmitting or something like that, for resubmitting.
Oh, for the building department, no, those fees you will have to pay.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Based on the testimony and evidence presented today, I do find there's substantial and competent evidence to support the city's position. You will have 60 days to come into full compliance or face a fine, a daily fine of $250 a day. You are assessed $100 administrative costs. Those costs must be paid within 30 days.
I understand.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next case.
Next case is on section 12.3, case 5280. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 5280. Property owner Numo Inc. Site address 4420 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard through 4502 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of, I'm sorry, sir. I'm almost done, and then it's your turn. A notice of formal hearing to abate fine was sent out by certified mail on October 7, 22, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 22. It is this town's motion to abate the fine of $9,300 and reduce it by 85%, which would be $1,380 plus 100 admin fee, and it will be a total of $1,480 reduction. I'm sorry, total amount to reduce it by is $1,480.
14,080?
No, $1,480, $1,480.
Oh, with the admin costs, got it. Good morning, if you could state your name for the record.
David Bugani.
Good morning.
Good morning. Again, I talked to Mr. Ramirez. We tried to do it as soon as possible. Obviously, we cleaned the roof and we applied for a permit for the wall on the roof over there. So we did everything. Apparently, it was something, the time. But we did the work as soon as possible. That's what I'm trying to say.
And the city has agreed to abate the fine from $9,300 to $1,380, 85% reduction.
I would like to see it lower, it would be nice.
What are you asking for?
I would like to see it lower than that, if it's possible.
I think that's a fair reduction. It was almost $10,000. And so 85% is quite generous, considering the amount. I'm not inclined to go lower than $1,380. Okay, so I am going to confirm the fine, the abatement reduction, based on the city's presentation, $1,380 with a $100 admin cost, 30 days to pay. Sir, let me just clarify on the record for the confirmation. So your fine was reduced from $9,300 to $1,380. The administrative costs are $100, which is going to bring the total amount that you must pay to $1,480 within 30 days. So the reduction amount of $1,380 and the administrative cost of $100 are to be paid within 30 days, excuse me. So that's a total of $1,480 because this is a confirmation of the fine. Okay, I'm sorry, abatement of the fine that I've confirmed at the amount. Did I confuse you?
No.
Okay, perfect. And Ms. Ramirez, he can pay that via card at the finance window, credit card?
But with card, it's a 3% tech fee that they add. So it's preferable if you don't, to avoid that 3% charge check or money order.
Okay.
Regular check doesn't work, just... Whoops.
We can call the next case.
Next case is going to be agenda item 17.4. It's going to be case 7127. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 7127, property owner identified by 4350 PS LLC, site address 4350 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. A notice of violation was issued on 5/26/2022, sent out regular mail on 5/26/2022. A notice of formal hearing was issued on 10/3/2022, sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022, and was posted to the property and to Town Hall on 10/4/2022. I have been in correspondence with you're the property manager, correct? Assistant property manager. I've been in constant communication with them. So my recommendation is 60 days to come into compliance, if not a fine of $250 per violation per day be assessed with an admin fee of $100.
And the recommendation time for compliance?
60 days because they stayed in constant communication through email with me. They are in the process of submitting the permits. They're just getting everything finalized, and they've been staying with me in the loop, so they are showing good faith.
Okay. Thank you, officer. Good morning. If you could please state your name for the record.
Melanie Seymour. I just had one question. Just because I've had issues with the contractor, and you know it's been months, is 60 days, because I don't know the permit process, is 60 days enough time, you think, or is it possible to have 90 days?
Are you requesting 90 to
I
just
would
be
like
safe?
to, just for the permit process and to allow the contractor to do the job. I'll be behind them and making sure that they finish the job, but I've had some issues with them. I'd just rather be safe than sorry.
Do you know when the permits are going to be submitted?
They said they submitted it already, and I forwarded you the email.
Okay. I believe 60 days will be sufficient.
Okay.
If it comes to the point.
A big parking lot.
Yeah.
I leave it up to you. I just don't know the process, so I don't want to say 60 days and it takes more time.
You are doing everything you're supposed to. You stayed in constant communication, so I think we can bump it from 60 to 90 because they are doing everything they're supposed to. And I do understand that, there's a lot of places doing parking lots, so.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. So by agreement of the parties, in addition to the testimony and evidence presented today, there is substantial competent evidence to find support for the city's position. So I am going to enter the final order and to come into compliance within 90 days or face a $250 per day daily fine, and the administrative costs are $100.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Next case.
Next case is on section 12.4, case 6309.
Was that 4.4?
12.4.
Thank you.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6309. Property owner Fine Line Interiors, Inc., site address 2530 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to confirm fine was sent out by certified mail, posted to the property and town hall October 7, 22. The property is in compliance, and there's an outstanding fine of $1,600. However, the property owner did request a mitigation of this fine when they received the notice of confirmation. And it's earlier I did mention that this was a change to the agenda. So it is the town's motion to abate the fine of $1,600 and reduce it by 85%, which is $325 total, and that includes the admin fee of $100.
Bringing the total to $425.
$325. It includes the 100.
Right. But the total amount that
is $325.
Oh, that includes the admin cost?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would be $225 plus $100.
Got it. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name for the record?
Amy Smith.
Ms. Smith, you've heard Officer Ramirez, your position on the abatement of the fine?
We'll accept it.
Okay, great. So by agreement of the parties, we will enter an order of abatement of $225, which includes the administrative cost, which must be paid within 30 days.
You may go to the building department to pay it if you want to pay it today, or you, okay. So building department, and you may ask for Jeffrey.
Officer Ramirez, 225, correct?
The total that you write in is $325.
Oh, 325. I just want to make sure I capture the admin cost. Next case.
We have a case here on the sign-in sheet. It's case 6430, but it's not on the agenda. So is anybody here for case 6430? Okay. Ma'am, did you want to say anything? You're not on the agenda today. Ok. Cuando tú aplicas para una hearing, tú tienes que coger una noticia de nosotros.
Excuse me, Jocelyn. She applied for a mitigation.
Yeah, but
Miguel know about the case. Eric know about the case. I don't know what, you know?
yes, but when did she submit the mitigation request form?
Eric have that.
And the mitigation, I'm sorry, Magistrate. Miguel Nunez, building official. I'm sorry that I'm going to be speaking Spanish for the record. ¿Cuál es la mitigation que ella aplicó? Señora Perafán, ¿cuál fue la
El parque va a cerrar el 31 de diciembre. Me pusieron una evicción por el dinero que debo de acá de la ciudad. Pero el parque lo van a cerrar.
Por favor, ¿puedes ir al micrófono, por favor?
Buenos días. Van a cerrar el parque el 31 de diciembre y ahora me están cobrando un dinero que yo tengo que irme y me dijeron que el abogado que me va a hacer una evicción por falta de pago a la ciudad.
Okay.
Pero el parque se va, el parque lo vendieron.
Miss Perafán, I believe you and I, ya usted y yo habíamos tenido esa conversación varias veces, creo que more than 2 veces, y yo le expliqué que el town no se interfiere o no se pone en el medio de la relación entre el parque y usted. Esos son asuntos privados. Lo que usted está viendo en el papel, que inclusive usted me enseñó a mí, en el papel, es el daily fines que acumulan más de $7,000 en este momento, por eso no va a ser eliminado o mitigated hasta que las violaciones estén completas.
Pero si van a demoler si se puede
Exactamente, pero todavía no está hecho.
¿Qué puedo hacer?
Inclusive usted está en el Amnesty Program y de la única forma que eso puede estar en compliance es que usted pueda demoler la estructura o estar en compliance, y si lo van a demoler como quiera y lo van a mover como quiera, este no es el momento de hacerlo en compliance, hay que esperar que eso se elimine para entonces eliminar las violaciones y entonces llevar los fines a 0 porque usted está en el Amnesty Program, pero en este momento no hay nada que se pueda hacer.
Pero el abogado me va a hacer una eviction por esta situación de la ciudad.
El eviction no creo que eso, porque la información que usted me dio no fue por el eviction por el dinero, sino el eviction por las violaciones. Pero ya eso es entre ustedes, no tiene nada que ver con el dinero, y como usted me había dicho a mí, and I'm sorry that I'm speaking...
no, usted se lo puede explicar en inglés, yo ya hablé
No,
con
por mi
usted.
deber es explicárselo a usted, después yo lo voy a decir en inglés.
Yo entiendo esa parte.
El asunto es que ese eviction no es por el hecho de dinero, es el hecho de las violaciones. Pero usted está en un crossroads ahora mismo en el cual o entra en compliance para evitar el eviction, y como usted me dijo, el lease suyo se acaba en diciembre.
Sí.
Entonces, fue como yo le dije, ese crossroads ya usted tiene que moverlo y hablar con los abogados del parque. Nosotros no podemos hacer nada hasta que la propiedad esté en compliance o que la violación esté demolida. Y en ese caso todavía no es el tiempo. Déjeme hablarle en inglés para que el magistrate
Por favor, sí.
Magistrate, what I just told Mrs. Perafan is she and I have already more than 2 meetings on that. I'm well aware of the case. The issue that she has is that she lives in Lakeside. It's an RV park, which is it was sold out or is being repurposed for other reasons by the owners. She received an eviction notice by the park attorneys, and I mentioned to her that we don't get involved in those kind of proceedings. However, she is part of the amnesty program, and because of the amnesty program, she is protected with the town. So the penalties, while they are going to continue, they are not going to be imposed to her until she gets compliance because it's part of the program. However, the town is not asking for that to be paid because there are still concurring fines. And the only way that we can remove those fines or put it in compliance is once, either that she fixed the problems or the violations, or that she demolish the area. However, the intent of the park in the future is to then remove all those RVs and all the illegal work and everything like that. However, we cannot put it in compliance until that happens. She also stated to me that she is moving because in December is her the end of the lease. However, unfortunately, that is between the attorneys of the park, Lakeside park, RV park, and her. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do because we need to have that completed before we cannot complete this or put in compliance until the work is either comply or remove. And that's what I said, she's in a crossroads. So I suggested to her that she go to and talk to the attorneys of the park and maybe create a negotiation because she's going to be living in, according to what she told me, in December. Maybe they will extend that and not go into eviction proceedings or anything like that. And then once they remove the violations, all the fees were going to be basically zero because she's part of the amnesty program.
But the office told me the city, somebody has to pay to the city because the city asked for the $8,000.
Right now, the only thing
they told me that yesterday.
No, it's an accruing fine, and it's in the background accruing fines because you are in the special on the amnesty program. Right now, that money is owed to the city as a penalty, but it's not gonna be once the RV. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be futuristic in this case, and I see the writing on the wall. With all due respect, Mr. Perafan, that RV is going to be demolished. The moment that the RV is demolished with a permit, then those $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, whatever number may be, it will disappear. But we cannot do it right now or give you a relief onto that because the violations still remains. Okay. And that's the problem, and that's what I said, that you are in a crossroads, and it's like they said on the street. You are between a rock and a hard place, and I apologize for that you had to be in that situation. But the town, there's nothing that we can do. Either by law we cannot comply it, but at the same time we cannot interfere with your actions between you and your landlord.
Is there any way I can get the letter from the city to show to the court?
No, ma'am, that's why you're part of the amnesty program, and you can take the amnesty program and provide to them, and that's basically how it is. Okay. So the town cannot get involved into that, nor we will provide any kind of information relief or anything like that. But you can provide in the amnesty program. And once the RV is removed, rest assured that your fines are going to be eliminated because of the amnesty program. And at the same time, it will be in compliance, I guess.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next case.
Give me 1 second so I can find the spot for you. All right, agenda item 14.2, case 6822. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 6822. The property owner is identified by Pembroke Park Lakes, Inc., site address 3196 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida 33009. A notice of formal hearing to confirm fine was issued on 10/3/2022, sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022. The affidavit of service was posted to the property and to Town Hall on 10/5/2022. The total accrued fines are $30,850, to which they are still in violation as of today. There's also the admin cost of $100. Mr. William Castellano is here.
Good morning. Are you Mr. William Castellano?
I am.
Hi. Welcome. You can state your position.
I am community manager of Pembroke Park Lakes.
Okay. So the testimony offered by the officer is that the property is still not in compliance, and you have a per diem fine that's running.
We should be in compliance for this issue.
For the electrical panels for 1442, 144, and 1446, I don't see that any permits were pulled. I see that they were completely replaced and changed out, along with some other ones.
We should have got the final permits for that issue.
Okay, I can give you
another set of meter cans that are not in compliance, or not, that did not get the final permit. But for that set of meter cans, we should have had the final permit. And it should have been cleared out.
Give me 1 second. Just give me one moment.
Yep.
Do you by chance have a permit number with you or any information relating to the matter?
The permit number for that?
Yeah.
Yes, give me 1 second to look it up. So, permit number would be 96323 through 96326.
The 9623.
96323, 96324, 96325, and 96326.
3196.
Okay, when I pulled that process number up, it does say for 144 West Lake Drive. Are you saying that that's for the 3 can meters?
It would be, so the meter cans in question were
The
144 to 150. It's improperly stated on the violation.
On the violation, it says, can you state it for him?
Yeah, the violation, it's 142, 144, and 146. We have
Those are 2 different sets of meter cans.
We can scroll through the pictures. I took a pictures for the NOV and for the posting.
Can you show the pictures, Mary, please? Okay. So, Mr. Castellano, you're saying that the only one that was replaced was 144 West Lake Drive, and the officer is saying that 142 and 146 was also replaced?
So we replaced those 4 meter cans. Those 4 meter cans were 144, 146, 148, and 150.
Okay, but the process number you shared with me is only saying 144 West Lake Drive. Do you have another permit?
I have.
Okay, there's other ones?
The 4, I got all 4 permits at the same time.
Okay, but do you have a process number for each one?
Yes.
Okay.
96324, 96325, and 96326.
I'm sorry, I got
96325.
Nine 96326.
What we can do, because I did see that this particular permit, let me see, has been completed, and I believe Mr. Richwagon wasn't able to locate these permits. So I believe we should postpone the case until we can review thoroughly, and then we can confirm the fine correctly. If there's any outstanding fine, then I believe Mr. Castellano will either request a mitigation or take care of it at the time.
Okay, your recommendation for postponement is until?
We can, till next hearing.
Okay.
Which will be November.
Okay, so Mr. Castellano?
Yes.
Okay, so nothing's going to be entered today. They're going to research your position that you are in compliance. They need to confirm if in fact that's true and the date in which you came into compliance. I do want to explain to you, even if you're in compliance, if it's after the date of when the final order ordered you to come into compliance, you will have a sum of fines. The question is, how much will that be? They
I
need to do,
understand.
okay, perfect.
Yep.
So no action taken on this case. We're going to postpone this to the next hearing. Do we have that hearing date?
No, not at this time, but let me look at the calendar. I can give you a date. It would be for November 16th.
Okay, November 16th. Make sure you stay in contact with the officer.
Will do.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
Good luck to you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Next case.
Next case is on section 13.2, case 5613. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 5613, property owner 2250 Warehouse LLC, site address 2260 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice of formal hearing to extend time was sent by email on October 12th, 22. Right now, there's outstanding permits that need to pass inspections and be closed out. So it is my recommendation, since there's a lot of work to be done, is to give them an additional 90 days to comply. If not, the per diem fine stays the same, $250 with the $100 admin fee.
Good morning. Please state your name for the record.
My name is Jaime Peñaranda. I am the general contractor for this building.
Hello, Mr. Jaime. You've heard the officer's testimony. She is recommending an extension of 90 days to come into compliance. If you don't come into compliance in that time frame, then the $250 fine is going to start accruing. Do you understand that? Okay. Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So I'm going to enter an order amending the final order for the time to comply, 90 days, or $250 fine will begin accruing, and you do have a $100 administrative cost that you must pay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. Welcome.
Let me give you a copy.
Next case.
Okay, so going forward, we will just go chronological order since there's no one in the audience. Oh, and Ms. Magistrate, I forgot to mention earlier that case 6404 will be removed from the agenda because they paid the fine. And so we won't be hearing that today. Case 6404.
Is the city dismissing that case?
Yes.
Okay.
Dismissing that case.
Okay, for the record, case number 6404 is dismissed for compliance.
Okay, we will begin with case 6306, section 8.1. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6306. Property owner Pembroke Park Warehouse Holding, site address 3121 Southwest 21st Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent out by certified mail, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 22. This matter is to confirm a fine of $3,850, and the property has been in compliance since December 4, 2021.
Is anyone here on case number 6306? If you are, come forward. Let the record reflect that no one is present. Based on the testimony presented by the code officer with regards to the property being in compliance with a fine amount accrued to $3,850, I am going to enter an order confirming the fine of $3,850. For the record, Officer Ramirez, does that include the $100 admin cost?
Yes.
Okay. $3,850 to be paid within 30 days.
Okay. Next case is section 10.1, case 5906. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 5906. Property owner Prudence Laws, site address 3401 Southwest 52nd Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was handed on June 4th, 2021, sent by regular mail on June 8, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 22. The violations were for demolition of fence started without a permit, obtained plans, permit inspections, balcony exterior requires maintenance, pressure wash, remove dirt buildup. At this current time, there is a permit for the fence. However, it is still requires to complete their final inspections. And the balcony exterior, when I inspected it on October 7, it seemed like some work was done, but still needs to be cleaned thoroughly. So therefore, it is my recommendation to give them 30 days, if not a $50 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Was the recommendation of $50 per diem?
$50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is anyone here on case number 5906? Seeing no one come forward, let the record reflect no one is present. Based on the testimony and evidence presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the city's position. 30 days to come into compliance or a $50 per diem daily fine, $100 administrative cost is assessed to this case.
Next case is on section 10.4. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 6020. Property owner Eric Raymond Thomas and Nicolette Vasquez. Site address 3140 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke, Florida. Unit 1322. A notice violation was sent by regular mail July 21, 2021. Posted to the property and town hall and sent by certified mail, notice formal hearing with the copy of the notice of violation on October 7, 22. The violations were for an installation of an addition without a permit, installation of a canopy without a permit, relocation of a door and sealed previous door without a permit, installation of an AC mini split without a permit, relocation of window without a permit, and prohibited outdoor storage. It is my recommendation, since all these violations are still outstanding, to give them 60 days to come into compliance, if not a $50 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Is anyone here on case number 6020? Seeing no one come forward, based on the evidence and testimony presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the city's position. The property must come into compliance within 60 days or face a $50 per diem fine and administrative cost of $100. Next case.
Section 10.5, case 6185. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6185. Property owner Nation Dom Inc., site address 5100 Southwest 41st Street, Pembroke Park, Florida, Unit 307. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on August 27, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent out by certified mail, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 2022. The violations were for an installation of a new water heater without a permit, installation of new AC unit without a permit, a damaged ceiling that requires repair, exterior maintenance of balcony is required, pressure wash, paint, treatment, repair, etc. Exterior roof requires maintenance to assess damage causing leak, installation of a new kitchen cabinets without a permit, and exposed light bulbs in kitchen area. So a total of 7 violations that are still outstanding. Therefore, for the extensive amount of work that still requires to be done, it's my recommendation to give them 60 days, if not a $250 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Is anyone here for case number 6185? Seeing no one present, based on the evidence and testimony presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the city's position for the violation. It is ordered 60 days to come into compliance or face a $250 per diem fine and admin cost of $100. Next case.
Next case is 10.7, case 6382. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6382, property owner 3101 Realty Corp, site address 3101 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on October 7, 2021, posted to the property on October 6, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail on October 7, 22, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 2022. The violations were for no special event permit for safe wireless link. As my inspection on October 7, 22, they still have not obtained a special permit, or an after the fact special permit. So it's my recommendation to give them 15 days to obtain that after the fact special event permit, if not a $250 per day with a $100 admin fee.
Is anyone here on case number 6382? Seeing no one come forward, based on the testimony and evidence presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to find a violation exists per the violation notice. The property must come into compliance within 15 days or face a $250 per diem fine. $100 admin costs are assessed for this case. Next case.
Next case is on section 10.8, case 6480. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6480, site address 3109 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on October 29, 2021. Notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent out certified mail, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 22. The violations were for an installation of storefront, ADA ramp, and ADA railing without a permit, installation of glass railings without a permit, broken glass on exterior building, and parking lot requires maintenance, and abandoned vehicle on parking lot. At this current time, as my inspection as of October 7th, the abandoned vehicle has been removed. However, the other 4 violations still are outstanding. And it's my recommendation to give them 60 days to comply, if not a $250 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Is anyone here for case number 6480? Seeing no one come forward, based on the testimony and evidence presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the city's position. It is ordered 60 days to come in compliance or face a $250 per day fine. $100 administrative costs are assessed for this case. Next case, please.
Next case is section 10.9. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6481. Property owner 3101 Realty Corp, site address 3121 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent out regular mail October 28, 21. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was posted to the property and town hall and sent by certified mail on October 7, 22. The violations were for rooftop hood screening for Unit 101 installed without a permit. Parking lot requires maintenance. Installation of additional electrical cameras without a permit. Installation of plastic shed and slab without a permit. And prohibited outdoor storage. At this current time, the 5 violations are still outstanding. And it is my recommendation to give them 60 days, if not a $250 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Case number 6481, is anyone here for this case? Seeing no one come forward, based on the evidence and testimony presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the city's position that a violation exists. It is so ordered, 60 days to come in compliance or face a $250 per day fine. $100 of administrative costs are assessed for this case. Next case, please.
Section 12.1, case 4601. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 4601. Property owner ENM Properties 2665 LLC. Site address 2641 South Park Road through 2649 South Park Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent out by certified mail, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 22. It is the town's motion to abate the fine from $44,028.50 and reduce it by 85%. So that's a total of $6,713.50. Those fees include the per diem fine, the recording lien fee, and the $100 admin fee.
Okay, you said the $100, got it, and that was $6,713.50.
Yeah, and Ms. McKinney, if you wish, on the computer, you do have the ability to see the invoice. So if you want to see the breakdown.
This is a huge case. It's $118. No, your representation. It's in the court file.
Okay.
And these fees are in the fee schedule booklet, so it's open to the public if they have any question as to what the fees are.
I was in contact with the attorney that is working on this case, and he says client is in agreement to the amount of $6,713.50. That's why they're not present today, because they are agreement to the town's motion.
Okay, wonderful. Based on the testimony with regards to the abatement of fine, by the agreement of the parties as presented by Officer Ramirez, the abatement amount will be $6,713.50 to be paid within 30 days.
Next case is section 12.2, case 4773. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 4773. Property owner Gladys Dupret. Site address 102 David Drive, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent out by certified mail, posted to the property and town hall on October 7, 22. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine of $43,188.50 to $139 because this property owner completed the amnesty program. We are removing all per diem fines, and the only amounts to be paid is the $100 admin fee and the recording lien fee. So it's a total of $139.
And with regards to this case, is the respondent aware of this?
I'm sorry, yes, the respondent is aware and she is in agreement with the amount.
Okay, thank you.
And that concludes all my cases.
Thank you. Based on the testimony presented by the code officer, the abatement amount of $139 for case number 4773 is hereby entered. This amount must be paid within 30 days. Next case.
Next case is going to be agenda item 14.3, case 6829. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case 6829. The property owner is identified by Pembroke Park Villas, LLC, CO Pickett Law Firm, PA. Site address is going to be 4945 Southwest 41st Street, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33023. This is a notice of formal hearing to confirm fine. The notice of formal hearing was issued on 10/4/2022, sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022. The affidavit of service was posted to property and to town hall. They are not in compliance, but they have complied with the removal of the trash. They mowed the property. What still remains is that there is graffiti on the sidewall, and the house was built. Yeah, it's for confirmation. I'm just saying what's still open. Yeah. So what's remaining is the graffiti on the sidewall, and that the house was built and constructed without a permit. The total accrued fines as of today, including the admin fee, is $6,100.
Case number 6829. Is anyone present for this case? Seeing no one come forward. Based on the testimony provided by the officer, the violations still continue to exist on the property. The fines will be confirmed at a $6,100 amount. What's the per diem fine, officer?
Give me 1 second.
Like, you mean the running fine amount?
Yes, the daily.
The total amount is $6,100.
No, she wants the breakdown, the actual per diem fine.
Based on this
Oh,
property
it's
is not in compliance, so it will continue to accrue what amount daily?
Oh, so it's on a $50 a day per diem.
Okay, very good.
Sorry, I got it right.
Based on the testimony provided by the officer, the property remains not in compliance. The fine amount will be confirmed at $6,100 with a continuing daily running fine of $50. Next case.
It'll be agenda item 15.1, case 4769. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 4769. The property owner is identified by Edith Monge. The site address is going to be 101 David Drive, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33009. This is a notice of formal hearing to abate fine. The notice of formal hearing was issued on 10/7/2022, certified mail on 10/7/2022, and was posted to the property and to Town Hall on 10/7/2022. The total accrued fines were $25,950. However, they are in the amnesty program. They have completed everything. So it is the town's motion to reduce the fines by, let me say 100%. Is that how you say it? They still pay that. So to reduce it down 100%, what is still remaining is the $100 admin fee.
And the respondent, I'm going to presume, because it's amnesty, they're aware of it.
Yes, they're aware and fully understand.
Based on the testimony of the officer, the property is in compliance. And based on the amnesty program, 100% reduction, the administrative cost of $100 is assessed for this matter and must be paid in 30 days. Next case.
Excuse me. The next case is going to be agenda item 17.1. It'll be case 5832. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 5832. The property owner is identified by Louise Maria Moya. The site address is going to be 3100 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, and that'll be for lot 111. A notice of violation was issued on 5/10/2021, sent out regular mail on 5/10/2021. A notice of formal hearing was issued on 10/4/2022, sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022, and was posted to the property and to Town Hall on 10/5/2022. As of today, they're still in violation, but they have complied with, what's being removed is that there were no new windows added, but everything else is still in violation, which is there was a repair of the bathroom without a permit, carport removed, there were sheds that are there without permits, a gazebo was installed without permits, and an addition was added without a permit. Now there is a, one second. Never mind, cancel that. Give me 1 second. Based on this, it's my recommendation to give them 60 days to come into compliance, if not a fine of $50 a day per diem, with an admin fee of $100.
Is anyone here for case number 5832? Seeing no one walk forward, based on the testimony and evidence presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the city's position. It is so ordered, 60 days to come into compliance or face a $50 daily fine. Administrative costs of $100 are assessed for this matter. Next case.
Next case is going to be case agenda item 17.2, case number 6057. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 6057. Property owners identified by Sergey Lessard, Liv TR, and Claudine Lessard, Liv TR. The site address is going to be 104 South Key Drive, number 116, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33009. A notice of violation was issued on 7/26/2021. It was posted to the property and sent out regular mail on 7/26/21. A notice of formal hearing with the notice of violation was a, 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. Notice of formal hearing with the notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022, was posted to the property and to Town Hall on 10/5/2022. The violation was for vinyl siding replaced on the mobile home without a permit and to unpaint the windows on the mobile home. They have complied with the unpainting of the windows. However, the vinyl siding still does not have a permit. So at this time, it is my recommendation to give them 30 days to come into compliance. If not, a fine of $50 per diem be added with an admin fee of $100.
Is anyone here for case number 6057? Seeing no one come forward, based on the testimony and evidence presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the violation. It is so ordered, 30 days to come into compliance or face a $50 per day fine. Administrative cost of $100 are assessed to this matter. Next case.
Next case is going to be agenda item 17.5, case number 7193. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 7193. Property owners identified by Raycom LLC. Site address is going to be 5510 Southwest 32nd Street, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33023. A notice of violation was issued on 6/8/2022, sent out regular mail on 6/29/2022. The notice of formal hearing with the NOV was sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022 and was posted to the property on 10/5/2022. The violations are as followed. The entire parking lot needs to be re-blacktop. The parking lot also needs to be restriped. There is a fence in the back of the property that was installed without a permit, and there is a illegal modification where the fence is. It's a closed off section of the fence that has been added. And it is not up to code and most likely will require permits. As of today, none of these violations are in compliance. My recommendation is to give them 60 days to come into compliance. If not, a fine of $250 per diem be added with a admin fee of $100.
Is anyone here for case number 7193? Seeing no one come forward, based on the testimony and evidence presented by the officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the violation. It is hereby ordered 60 days to come into compliance or face a $250 fine. $100 administrative cost is assessed for this matter. Next case.
Next case is going to be agenda item 17.6, case number 7196. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 7196. The property owners identified by Johnson Catherine E., site address 5520 Southwest 32nd Street, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. A notice of violation was issued on 6/28/2022, sent out regular mail on 6/29/2022. A notice of formal hearing with the notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 10/4/2022 and was posted to the property and to Town Hall on 10/4/2022. The violations are for the entire parking area is in disrepair and requires maintenance, which will require permits. The parking area also needs to be, striped. As of today, there is no compliance. However, I have spoken to the property owner. She was unable to make it here because she had a meeting with a probation officer. So I'd spoken with her. Based on the scope of the work, my recommendation is to give them 90 days to come into compliance, because that's what she was, requesting. If not, a fine of $250 per diem be administered with an admin fee of $100.
Case number 7196. Anyone here on this case? Seeing no one come forward, based on the evidence and testimony presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the violation. It is so ordered 90 days to come into compliance or face a $250 per day daily fine. Administrative costs of $100 are assessed in this matter. Next case.
Next case is going to be agenda item 17.8, case number 7457. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 7457. The property owners identified by 3101 Realty Corp. The site address is going to be 3127 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida 33009. A notice of violation was issued on 8/26/2022 and sent out regular mail on 8/26/2022. A notice of formal hearing with notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 10/7/2022 and was posted to the property on 10/7/2022. Also, a notice of an affidavit of noncompliance was issued on 10/6/2022. The violations were for the entire parking lot is in disrepair and has faded or non-existing lines, so that they need to pull permits to repair the parking lot and to restripe it. They were also cited for overgrown grass. However, they did come into compliance with that. That's why the affidavit of noncompliance was issued. I did speak with that's the property manager, right, that we spoke to that day? Great. I did speak with the property manager and, made him aware of the violation. So it's my recommendation to give them 60 days to come into compliance. If not, a fine of $250 per diem be assessed with an admin fee of $100.
Is anyone here for case number 7457? Seeing no one come forward, based on the evidence and testimony presented by the code officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the violation. It is so ordered 60 days to come into compliance or face a daily fine of $250 a day. $100 for administrative costs are assessed to this matter. Next case.
Ms. Magistrate, that concludes my testimony, and that concludes my cases.
Thank you, officer.
First case I'm presenting.
My first time here, too.
This is section 18.1, case number 4640. I am BTR Code Officer Lisa Cannon. Property is identified as 3101 Realty Corp. Site address 3107 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33009, Bay 103, Team Marketing Corp. Notice of violation was issued on 9/10/2019, sent out regular mail 9/13/2019. Notice of formal hearing with the notice of violation was posted to the property 9/23/2022, mailed out certified mail 10/5/2022, and posted to Town Hall 10/7/2022. Their violation is operating without a business tax receipt license. Oh, the status is I've given them several notices. I've stopped by, and I have not heard any response. My recommendation is 30 days with a $250 per diem and $100 admin fee.
Is anyone here for case number 4640? Seeing no one come forward, based on the testimony and evidence presented by the BTR officer, I find that there's substantial and competent evidence to support the city's violation and the town's violation in this case. It is so ordered, 30 days to come into compliance or face a daily fine of $250 a day. $100 administrative costs are assessed for this matter.
Ms. McKinney, so as she mentioned, it's her first case. We don't have a final order drafted, but we'll get that to you by the end of this hearing.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other cases? Motion to adjourn? These hearing proceedings are over. Enjoy your day, everyone.
Thank you.